fellow degens. Welcome to the Pay the Man podcast. Spoiler alert. We provide the worst possible picks on the internet. Featuring your favorite hosts, Jay Grimm and Jay Wiz.
Here we are, Pay the Man Pod. We're back. We're coming off a long weekend in Vegas. It really catches up to you. I mean, I slept for 12 hours today, man. I'm exhausted.
You had a 4-hour nap.
Right.
You slept another 12 hours.
I don't even think that's possible for some people. But look, we had a great time, great people. We enjoyed everything. And let's do a quick little week one recap. We're kind of in no man's land here. Travel days. People sleeping for 16 hours. We're a quick little recap. Let's start it off with.
Yeah, so I mean, we get down there Thursday, and just a little piece of advice for anybody planning on a little Vegas trip. Wasn't as easy to watch the game, Thursday night football game in Vegas as we thought. We thought we were going to get there. There was going to be TVs all over. We could just hop in the sports book. Turns out you had to have a reservation to even get close to the sports book. So, okay, no problem. You go to a restaurant, they'll have the game on. Problem was Thursday in Vegas, every single restaurant's pretty much, reserved already. So we ended up watching the first half of the game in a lounge with music on and no game volume, which was kind of unfortunate. But then after a little digging, we were able to find at least a decent spot with some volume to get the game on. But for Sunday, shout out to our boy Kyle for hooking us up at the sports book. Kind of a little cool story. I was chatting it up with the guy at the sports book, and I was like, how does this work for Sunday? And he was like, first row, 30,000 worth of action, second row, 20,000 worth of action, third row was like 10,000, whatever it was. So you got heavy hitters there in the sports book. So I was like, oh, we're kind of screwed. But he ended up taking our names down and really hooking us up for the Sunday games, which is kind of cool. So if you plan on getting there in Vegas, you gotta, just prepare ahead of time, do your reservations, or you'll be in a standing room or
Right.
looking for a spot to watch the games.
It's really cool that Oscar really hooked us up like that. It was pretty fun to actually sit there all day and enjoy the games. But how about this? Real quick. I can't believe that I saw Johnny Football playing cards.
Dude, I still can't believe that either. That Heisman Trophy winner, Johnny Football, you ran into him. It's crazy.
It was the sickest encounter of my life because I was shell shocked. I wasn't expecting to see such a high profile individual sitting next to me at a card table. You know what I mean?
I can't believe it. Dude, you met him. I ran into Nate Diaz.
I heard that was a little scuffle too, right?
Yeah, I mean, dude, so you went to the bathroom and I was walking down just at a roulette table and I turned my back. I'm like, that's Nate Diaz. And I didn't want to get into it but so that was pretty cool. And that was just two of the guys. I mean, we could keep going on about this forever, but you want to talk about how much of a beating we took?
I'll tell you something, just to start, I'm happy the Colts cut Hot Rod. That guy does not deserve to be on a football team the rest of his career. I can't stand him.
With goggles, man.
I loved him. I loved him. He was my kicker last year in fantasy. He was my kicker this year in fantasy. But you can't miss a 47-yard field goal with myself having a plus 900 slip in my hand. Like, you can't miss that for the win. Like, I needed that. I almost went down an arm and a leg.
When did you lock that in? What was the score?
They were down, was it 20-6? At one point, they were down 2 scores. And I was like, Matty Ice, he's just going to score. They're going to get stops. David Mills is not going to hold a lead. And I was right. 2020 going into overtime. I think Blankenship missed a kick in overtime. It was just.
I actually stepped away. I was taking such a beating at the sportsbook. I was like, let me just clear my head. And it was 20-6, and I come back, it was 2020. And that was actually after I met the tight end Mark Bavaro.
Wow.
Yeah. I
remember that.
Yeah.
Hold on, before we get out of the Colts game, I remember you coming back telling us about Mark Bavaro, and then you said, "Holy shit!" The teaser we locked in, the 4-leg teaser. The Ravens handled business, and then the Colts and the Bengals were damn near almost winners. At one point, we read them off.
Dude.
We wrote them off.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if our bookie has some pull behind the scenes or what, but I feel like some of these beats we've been taking. I mean, I was confident about that Colts, 49ers, Bengals, Ravens teaser, and one of the teams ended up hitting. It was the Ravens.
Right. It was a fucking terrible, terrible week one.
I mean, dude, I had Keenan Allen over 5.5 catches.
Right.
Guy had 4 in the second quarter. I was like, okay, this is cool. You know, I'm finally going to get a hit. What guy ends up getting hurt? I had Aaron Jones over under 49.5 rushing yards. He gets 49 on 5 carries. Then I'm like, okay, we took a beating. Let's go. There's no way Geno Smith is going up against a Russell Wilson led Denver Broncos team, and he don't get revenge. And I don't even want to talk about that game. But I mean, just it feels like it's baseball.
I'll tell you something, man. I couldn't. I was all over the board. It was not even like. It was a great time, but I was so everywhere that I was like, "Who's winning? Who's losing?" Prop bets. I fucking took what was the wide receiver's name that I took?
I know you had Big Bob. I know
Bob hit. Mahomes hit. It was a weird guy, and you were like, "Why him?" And I was like, it's week one. It might happen. It was a Lion.
2.5. I forget who it was.
He was a Lion wide receiver. I was like, maybe Jared Goff slings the ball around the yard. And at the end of the day, it didn't hit. But look, it was I finished up on the week. Shout out Nate Diaz and Aldana. It was, what's his name? Josh Reynolds. That's who it was.
Josh Reynolds.
And I was like, maybe he catches 3. I don't know.
Some set on you. Dude. So our boy we were looking at the racetrack this way, right? Our boy Matt hooked us up. So we're looking at the horses this way. And you were looking this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. You had action on this this game, rooting for a score here, a stop here. Yeah, I mean, you were talking about all over the board.
Hey, to segue into the week 2, let me just say this. Do you remember when I said I love the 2-horse here? And now I'm slapping the piece of paper, and here comes the 2-horse around the home stretch.
It's football Sunday, and all of a sudden this guy's, come on, 2.
Hey, he fucking won.
It
was a quick 185. It was like 7-1, and I kept the day going. But look, you're rolling to Sunday Night Football. You had the Bucks, I had the boys, and we know how that went. The only team to not score a touchdown was the Cowboys in week 1, and that was it. A very shady week 1, like we said before. We don't know what's going on, but look, fresh start. Today's Wednesday. We're already looking at week 2 plays. Let's jump into it. Thursday, 8:15, Kansas City versus the Chargers. Kansas City's laying 4.
See, I mean, after week 1, you want to think like go with the dogs here. And I mean, the Chiefs looked really good. Their offense looked unstoppable, but they're also playing Arizona, who in our preview we thought they were going to be worse this year. But man, the Chargers, their defensive front with Khalil Mack and Bosa, they let their presence known. And Keenan Allen's going to be out this game.
He is.
Oh, you double starring again? You got the pen and paper out for this one?
It's always out.
So Keenan's out, but I mean, I don't think Mike Williams really had so that obviously, hurts, but I would think the underdog, just because the way week 1 was lined up and how good it's a division rival. I like how the Chargers defensive front played. I believe in Herbert, even without Keenan Allen. But I think it's going to be a good game, and I'd probably just go with the dog here.
I'm gonna take the points with the Chargers. I like the points. Give me the +4. Let them even lose by 3, but give me the +4. I think we're gonna see a great game tomorrow night.
We could even tease that over a touchdown.
Right. Yeah. You can also throw that in a teaser or something. But I said before we left Vegas, I said I like the Chargers going into this game. And now the 1 o'clock slate starts with a team that I had a lot of action on last week that didn't go my way by a fucking 60-yard Cade York field goal, which now I actually got him as my kicker on my fantasy team just because he fucked me. Carolina Panthers coming to East Rutherford, New Jersey, taking on the New York Giants. And the Giants are favored by 2.5 points.
You see how that works, how Cade York makes a 60-yard field goal to screw you, but then when we have Randy Bullock to make a 47-yard field goal, he blows it. And then let's not even talk about the whole Broncos blunder where they sell for a 64-yard field goal. But yeah, so we got, you said, say the spread again.
It's -2.5, and I'm pretty sure the Giants on the money line are -140.
Giants are -140, and who they play again? I'm sorry, I was thinking about the field goal so much.
The Carolina Panthers.
The Panthers. Man, another team we were on heavy last week, Carolina. We thought that Baker would go out there and make a statement against his former team, and that just didn't happen. But man, I'm just not sold on the Giants. Like, yeah, Barkley had a good game, but I feel like the Titans kind of beat themselves that game. Where a couple of fumbles, it was 3rd and 1. They don't give the ball to Henry. They do a stupid end around. They give up the 2-point conversion, a missed field goal. I think this is Carolina. I kind of like them here and almost a pick 'em.
So, I already wrote down Panthers money line also, but this is what they fucking want. They want us to jump all over these dogs. They love what we're saying right now, because when the Chiefs manhandle the Chargers and the Giants come out and look like fucking Super Bowl champs, like, this is exactly what's going to happen. And it's so fucking brutal, man. It's so annoying. They're setting us up for failure. They really
now
are.
It could also be like the reverse psychology. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you think, oh, let me go the Chiefs because they want you to take the Charger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
all right. So we're both on the Panthers there. I think that's a great play for them. But no, this game's annoying me too. Tampa Bay heads down to New Orleans, and they're laying 3.
That's it.
That my words exactly when I saw that. That's it.
Let's think about this. The past couple of years, I've been on the Bucks against the Saints, and the Saints usually have their number. I remember I think Taysom Hill got a start last year or something, and they ended up beating the Bucks. And then I remember the year they Bucks won the Super Bowl, the Saints went 2-0 against them. So the Saints have really done well against them, but now no Sean Payton, which is that a reason why they were beating the Bucks? But I liked how the Bucks defense was playing last week. They're quick. I liked how Leonard Fournette was running the football. Julio was getting involved, kind of picking up where Godwin left off. So I would probably take the Bucks.
I think I'm with you on that. I really don't see the Saints being a team. I don't know. It's
like, eventually the Bucks are gonna have to beat the Saints in the regular season.
Right. They say take the home dog early on in the year, but I think that's gonna be the question mark for me. Bucks Saints is a question mark. At the end of the day,
it took a big comeback for them to beat the Atlanta Falcons, who we thought were going to be a bottom team this year. So
right, I just think that, like I said, it's a weird line to start.
Yeah.
Let me jump into this one now. Good game. Dolphins versus the Ravens. Ravens are laying 3.5 at home.
And like you said, it's kind of weird early in the season because I feel like you still don't know where you're getting in these teams, and they don't really know how to make these lines just yet.
Right.
Man, that's a good game.
It's frustrating.
Dolphins laid it on the Pats, which we kind of expected. The Ravens offense didn't look great the first half, but eventually they got going. I'd probably take the Ravens here. Just because, we've seen them do it before. I think they're the better coach team. I think the Ravens are going to be able to, run the football, control the clock like they want, and good defense. It might give Tua some problems. I'd probably take Baltimore here in a more low-scoring game.
Oh, man. Baltimore at home, Lamar Jackson. The Dolphins manhandled the Patriots in a week 1 game. I'm not gonna harp on that too much. Let's take the Ravens here. I think that's the right play. I mean, Lamar might run all over that defense, but that's just me. Let's head over to Cleveland, where they can go fuck themselves. But they're laying 6 versus the New York Jets.
I'm not a believer in the Cleveland. I'm really not. I know they have the pieces, but I'm just Jacoby Brissett. Is I know he beat Carolina last week, but I'm just really not sold. I think if the Jets, it's hard to say. I think if the Jets are going to win a game, it could be this one. Um, so yeah, I'd probably go with Jets with the points here.
+6 for the Jets. I'm gonna completely stay away from this game because it's just not something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah,
Even I mean the over unders at 40. Could I see it being one of those types of
40.
games? Yeah, it's at 40. Like, can I see it being one of those types of games?
This slate's giving me
Maybe.
a headache.
You're telling me
Uh,
that's why I got my fucking blue light glasses on for that reason. Jets Browns over unders a possibility. I mean, I don't like anyone in that game. I don't like you said, Brissett doesn't cut it for me. But this game, I love the spot. I love this spot for my guy. Washington heads into Detroit, and Detroit's laying 1.5. Give me all the -125 right now.
I saw a stat. This is the first time Detroit's favored in like
About fucking 4 years.
yeah, it was
Stupid.
crazy. It was like 25 games or something ridiculous.
Right.
Um,
I love the Lions in this spot. At home versus Carson Wentz and the Commanders. Give me
the Lions
everything.
blew it in week 1, right? Didn't they start off
So
real good and then Philly kind of just put it on them?
I think it was a close game. Like I said, it was in that small little corner on the
Yeah.
left side of the TV. But I think Lions got off to a good start, and then you just saw after a while it was like 38 something. And then they got close late. It got close.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Lions couldn't pull it out.
I think this will be a close game. I'll probably say a field goal either way. Late probably wins or loses the game. I'd probably say a low scoring affair like 23-20. What's the over under on this?
48.
Yeah, I would probably say the under, but we don't really do that here. But yeah, I'll go Lions with you.
I like it. Let's little AFC South matchup. The only division of football that does not have a win after all 4 teams played and 2 of them played each other. So
that's not at least 15 times this weekend.
That's my stat of the weekend. But the Colts take on the Jaguars in Jacksonville, and the Colts are laying 4.
Dude, this is another year where we're like, oh, this could be the Colts division. They're gonna be a playoff team, and they go out there and they just disappoint. They disappointed last year, and they come out against Houston in a layup of a matchup, and they tie. So I'm gonna lower my expectations on Indy. But that being said, I think Colts -4 is probably the play. I mean, Jacksonville's just. I mean, we expected them to be a little better, but until they show it.
Right. I think the same mindset we had going into that Colts Texans game should be the same concept, like thought process we have going into this Jags game. And I think that the Colts are in a good bounce back spot. Give me them to win by a touchdown, obviously, right? -4 is going to cover that.
Tie.
By what? A fucking missed field goal again? Jerk off. That would be something. So I think we're both on the Colts here. I think that's a bounce back spot for them. Now we go into Pittsburgh. They're playing the Patriots, and Patriots are laying 2. Over under 40.
So Mac Jones should play, right?
Right.
It's probably a stay away game for me, to be honest. I mean, I don't love the Pats offense. I'm not really crazy about Pittsburgh's offense with Mitch Trubisky. Is Najee playing? Do we know that yet?
He's playing. I got
Yeah.
yeah, he's good.
Again, what's your take on this game?
The Steelers defense might be the best defense in the league.
But TJ Watt's out now.
You're right. That does play. Fuck. You're right. I saw a thing yesterday that he doesn't need surgery, so I thought he was coming back, but he needs a couple of weeks, right?
I would imagine. I mean, dude, he was letting his presence known all over
Right.
Joe Burrow. Like, he was
I mean,
dominating.
even Fitzpatrick had a great game back there. I mean, uh, I'm gonna take the Steelers at home. Pittsburgh fans are gonna come out hot. It's not Heinz Field anymore, but they're still gonna bring that Heinz Field atmosphere. Give me what you got?
I was gonna say I'd probably lean the patch just because I can't see Bill Belichick starting off 0-2 against the Tua and then Mitch Trubisky. I think he'll make some adjustments, and I think the defense will play better this week.
Right.
But I'm not very confident. So
it can go back and forth with that game. I could see your side being a valid argument too. Now we jump into the 4:00 slate where I saw there's a model that goes around the little betting community, and it's something along the lines of favorites, or it's gonna be tough to get off the tongue, but it has something to do with this Rams Falcons game where the Rams minus 10.5 should be a lock. There's something going on around maybe like
some stat.
There's something that I saw that maybe I'll tweet it out later once I find it. The Rams should cover 10.5 Sunday.
All right, that's it.
Done. There's something going on. They're gonna cover.
The stat says the Rams. All right, next.
Right, they take it. We move along. Seahawks Niners in San Fran. San Fran's laying 9.5. That's too many points for Trey Lance. I'm sorry. You can go.
This seems like a trap spot to me. 49ers go out there, they lose to the Bears. Geno Smith plays like Matt Hasselbeck on Monday night for the Seattle Seahawks, and now everyone's thinking, oh, it's too many points. Watch the 49ers go out there and win by 3 touchdowns. I wouldn't be surprised.
Give me the over 41.5. Niners, Hawks.
An over with Geno Smith and Trey Lance.
Hey, I'll tell you something. Geno looked really good. He looks really good.
I didn't put up a point in the second half, and they still found a way to win that game. It's just mind-boggling.
When you make the call and say, "Hey, look, fumble on the one on both possessions," the Seahawks need to win this game, and the people are gonna fucking do it. It's fucking terrible. Next 4:00 game is in Dallas. Cincinnati's going to Dallas, and Cincinnati's laying 7.5 points. No Dak.
I mean, no Dak. They scored 3 points with Dak playing majority of the game. Bounce back spot for Cincy. I think they go out there and cover the spread.
I could be wrong, but the model is also saying that the Bengals are in a similar spot as the Rams. It was something.
Whose model is this, and what's their record?
It's not a person. It's just a statistic thing.
Like a computer, like an algorithm.
It's not an algorithm. It's based on the team. Like it's not anyone. It's not like me or you saying winners left and right. It's based on like a week 1 underdog that lost, that got blown out, that's laying 8 or more points, something along the lines of that. And I think it's in the same realm as that game. What a fucking jerk off game here. Texans, Broncos in Denver. Denver's laying 10.
I mean, I'm worried to take Denver after my boy Nathaniel Hackett's coaching debut. But there's no way I'm taking Houston. I would probably say maybe tease the Denver Broncos down, maybe a parlay piece or whatnot. But the Broncos should win this game by 10. Probably, but again, I mean, it's so hard. It's so early to be feeling good laying that many points,
Right. Yeah. I mean, I have a T next to the Broncos minus 10. Could be a teaser opportunity. The over under is 45, but this fucking what a barn burner of a game. Russell Wilson should light them up. He really should. And that 4th and 5 call is brutal. That 4th and 5 call really fucking sucks.
Dude, like we don't do that in Madden. Like I don't understand.
Right. It's fucking 64-yard field goal. I don't give a fuck who you could have Justin. It's one guy I might kick the 64-yard field goal is Justin Tucker. But you don't do that.
They brought the clock all the way down and were like happy settling for a 64-yard field goal. Like
They thought they won the football game automatically after taking it down to 20 seconds.
I don't get it.
It's a fucking waste, man. I mean, look, let's get
Onwards
over
and
it.
upwards, dude.
Right.
Let's
Let's keep going.
Yeah, come on.
Arizona goes into Las Vegas, taking on the Raiders. Raiders are laying 5.5.
After last week, I mean, the Arizona Cardinals just looked terrible on both sides of the football. I mean, he was really missing Hopkins out there defensively. They lost Chandler Jones. They looked like they couldn't stop anybody. Even their backups were out there beating them. I would take Vegas here.
Vegas minus 5.5.
Yeah.
Money line's 230.
Seeing my boy Devontae in the silver and black really just.
How many times did we see the fucking Devontae stats versus the whole wide receiver corpse of the fucking Packers that day? They were comparing that stat all day long. It was just.
But I'll tell you what. I mean, there was a couple of times I saw Derek Carr throw a fade to Devontae out of bounds, and I was like, he and Aaron Rodgers.
I think I looked at you and said the same exact thing.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Sunday Night Football. It's your boys.
What's the line?
It's a big one. It's minus 10.
Minus 10, a lot of points after that. So again, last week we said that line. We said I think it's a trap line. I wasn't confident in Green Bay. I really wasn't. Now I'm not going to put too much stock into that week 1 loss. I mean, we look at what happened last year, but I'll tell you something. Aaron Jones needs to touch the ball more than 5 times. Can't let this game, and I don't think it will. I mean, Minnesota is much better than Chicago offensively. I think, we're not going to have a negative game script. I think we're going to be able to run the football, utilize Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon a lot more. Hopefully Christian Watson doesn't drop a wide open touchdown again. But yeah,
Lazard's coming back, right?
Yeah, I saw he was practicing, so hopefully he plays. But dude, why when you have a corner like Jair Alexander, like why isn't he traveling all over the field, like playing your best receiver? Like they refused to let him travel and play Justin Jefferson. We were just letting him single-handedly destroy us in zone coverage. But yeah, I think we own. Look at Aaron Rodgers said it himself. We own Chicago, or he owns Chicago. I would say probably a tease this game or something. I wouldn't want to lay 10. It's a lot.
10's a lot. Maybe a money line parlay piece right there. But now we have the unique Monday night doubleheader. We have 2 games.
Really? Week 2?
Yeah, week 2. We got Titans going to Buffalo. Buffalo's laying 10. If you remember, this game last season is when Derrick Henry manhandled someone.
Yeah.
That was the game. I think we posted it on the thing, and that little graphic had a little life to it. Yeah, look at that. Titans plus 3.5. They were when they played the Bills not this time, but last year. 10's a lot, like you just said, off the Packer game. Give me. Oh fuck! And the Bills manhandle Rams too. Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know where to start. The money line's steep. The fucking spread is steep. The over/under is 49. This could be just an enjoyable Monday Night Football game.
I mean, right off the bat, I'm thinking Bills Packers teaser. Right. I mean, the Bills went out there and made a statement against the Super Bowl champs, and there's no way I'm betting against Buffalo right now. They looked great offensively, defensively. Josh Allen, I mean, they're too good. I mean, I kind of like that teaser. Get them both down to under a touchdown. Feel good about that.
That could be fun. That could be something we look after right after this and try and lock something in. But the last game of the week is in Philly, and the Vikings taking on Philly.
Ooh.
Philly's laying 2. I know where I'm going.
I think Minnesota's the play here.
That's exactly where I'm going. Yeah. I'm going with the Vikings.
Is that double starred?
It's going to be triple star because I already have a double star.
What was your double star last week? Did it hit? Are you 1-0 with the double stars?
No, the Panthers were double starred.
Damn.
Fucking assholes. But look, now this is the first week where I got a triple star.
0-0 with the triple stars.
There's a fresh start every week. But look, I love the Vikings here. I love what they're doing on offense. Their defense looks really good. Zadarius Smith is gonna just wreak havoc over Jalen Hurts. Give me that.
You know what the problem is? Is like after last week, we're just so foggy. Like we're not seeing straight. We're not seeing clearly.
I am so foggy right now. Hey, I'll tell you something. I bounced back last night with a nice Yankees money line live bet, but it's just nothing will ever compare to how foggy I was walking out the sportsbook Sunday night after the Sunday night football game. My head was spinning. I didn't know what was going on. It was just nonsense. And somehow 10 minutes later, I'm on the top of the Eiffel Tower. Like it was a lot.
Dude, I mean, hopefully this week bring some better results. And then how about we're trying to play the slots after, like, in disbelief.
It was very weird, man. It was very weird.
But I'll tell you, it was a great time. Matt really hooked us up the sports book. You know,
Bro,
it was.
You're right. He was fucking phenomenal.
That was cool. Especially the game started at 10 o'clock. They finished at, then you had the 4 at 1. Prime time game was 5. After that game, it's still 8 o'clock. You got all night. I mean, that was cool. Just spending the whole day out there. So
it was fun. I had a great time. Football was electric. There was people screaming. People's voices were piercing my ear. It was wild. Hey, but look, before we end this episode, I want to go into something real quick because I will be in attendance this weekend at Syracuse University. I'll be going to the Syracuse versus Purdue game, and it's a pick'em. And I'm going game of the year. Shout out Big Cat. Cuse. It's a pick'em, so -1. Game of the year. I'll be there. Go Orange. I hope.
I thought you were gonna take. Who'd you say, Purdue?
They're playing Purdue.
I thought you were gonna say Purdue for a second.
You thought, right? Yeah, maybe next time.
Yeah.
But I think that's gonna wrap this up. I threw a little side game of the year in there. But look, we went over the whole slate. A lot of teaser opportunities, maybe a lot of money line parlay spots. My straight play is going to be the Lions money line and the Vikes money line. Anything jump out to you that's like your straight bet? Like last week, mine was the Panthers. Anything jumping out? You got that Vikings game. You got the fucking Panthers game again. Chargers dogs tomorrow night.
I mean, I feel good about the Bills Packers teaser.
I feel like that's a you play.
Good about that, but all I'm gonna say is hopefully the grass is greener on the other side.
From your mouth to God's ears, brother, man.
So I mean, we're on a historically bad run right now.
It's brutal, and you hate waking up to that text Monday morning. I'll tell you that right now. Well, look, that's gonna wrap it up. Week 2 preview done. We're gonna come back on what day did you say that you wanted to do the?
Probably Monday. Yeah,
Monday.
Because we're in no man's land. I think
Right.
The best bet's Monday recap, Friday or Thursday, Friday preview.
Perfect. I love it. We'll throw in some UFC plays here and there. We'll do a little college, just whatever we're feeling that week. We appreciate the support. Like, follow, do your thing. You know how it goes. Appreciate it, guys. Peace.